Alright, hey, this is Adam. I am posting this video as a follow-up to a video that I made and put on YouTube about 3.5 years ago, talking about how about 7 months into a chronic acid reflux battle, how I finally started to feel some improvement and what I had done that I believe that was helping me feel that improvement. So I'm posting this video today because that one, even though I posted it like almost 4 years ago, for whatever reason, in the last month or two, the YouTube algorithm has picked it up and it suddenly jumped up in popularity. So I think it's like over like 7,000 views now, and it's seems to be getting a little more popular each day. And so I'm having a hard time keeping up with a lot of the comments and questions that I'm getting, which is why I'm making this video now. In fact, I probably should have made a video like this a while ago. But the answer is, how am I feeling today? Today I'm good. I'm no longer a sufferer of reflux. I've moved on from it. What I started in that video was, the first thing I did was I got off of the omeprazole prescription that my ENT doctors have put me on. I stopped taking those drugs. In my opinion, my personal opinion, I'm not a doctor, and I need to be clear that this is my opinion only and my own experience with it. But after I got off of that medication, I started to feel better. And so I would encourage other people, if you're like me and you were somebody that was just sort of going about life, in their 30s, and you didn't have problems with reflux, and then you did. In my case, I think it kind of came on through a particular season of high stress with work and some other stuff going on in my life at the time. And I think that stress is what sort of got my system out of line, and then I started having some reflux and went to the doctor, and they said, "Oh, you're having reflux. Here, go get this medicine, and good luck." It's kind of how it's a short version of the story, but that's kind of what happened. So if you're like me and that's how sort of similar to your story was, I got on that medication and I only got worse. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't live a normal life. I was in constant pain. I had a lump in my throat all the time. Even just drinking a glass of water was hard and painful. It was awful. So, and chances are, if you're watching this right now, you know what I'm talking about. You know that feeling. Even before that happened in my life, I had no idea that like acid reflux, was like a chronic condition or anything. I didn't ever know anything about it. So I just did what everybody like me probably did. Go to the doctor, get put on a medication, feel miserable, and then spend several months researching YouTube and healthy living blogs about how to fix it. So this would be my advice. If you're somebody that's on these PPI drugs right now, I would recommend you don't take them anymore. I would say if you are on them and they are not helping you, that's a sign. What I've come to understand, at least I believe this is how this works. There's a guy named Dr. Berg. You can look him up on YouTube, and he explains this a lot better than I'm about to. But this is where I first heard it, is that reflux is not caused by having too much stomach acid. Reflux is actually caused by having too little of stomach acid. And what those proton pump inhibitor medications are doing is keeping your body from producing enough stomach acid. It's like keeping your acid in a constant state of like weak, flimsy, useless stomach acid that's not breaking down your food properly, and all it's really doing is just splashing around in your stomach like crazy, trying to use what it's got. And that's really what's like causing this reaction. Sorry, summertime in Florida, just bugs everywhere right now. But that reaction is it's coming up and hitting the esophagus and causing you to have all this pain. But in reality, if you had strong, healthy stomach acid, or the normal amount of stomach acid, it doesn't do that. And so he kind of explained in his video that you can get this supplement called Betaine HCL, which I also tried. And when I got on that, it helped me. It's the opposite of the omeprazoles and the Nexiums and the Prilosec and all that. It makes your stomach acid healthy and strong. And when you have strong stomach acid and your body learns to be producing and recycling stomach acid on its own, you don't need to stay on the supplement anymore. You can get rid of it, which is what I did. So that's how I think that it worked for me. I got off the omeprazole. I boosted with the Betaine HCL, did that for a course of several months, and I just kept getting better and better and better until eventually I was normal again. And now I don't need anything. I have no problems. I can eat or drink whatever I really want, and no issues. I went back to sleeping normal again. I put the healthy weight back on, and I'm just living a normal life and without any issues. So that would be my advice. So that's how it worked for me. If it's something that you're interested in, or you have a similar story to what I went through, I would encourage this. I think it could help. It helped me. It may help you. Now, unless you have a doctor that you really, really trust and you really, really believe, you can take their advice, and they said, yeah, you for some reason with your particular condition, or if you have other underlying conditions, you really need to be on some kind of PPI drug, that might be a different situation. But for me, I had nothing like that. It was just I was put on it for no real reason, I feel, other than to get me out of the office, and so they could check the list and say, okay, we saw another patient, who's next? So that's how it worked for me, guys. I am at least one case of living proof that just because you start having this chronic acid reflux condition doesn't mean it has to last forever. It didn't for me. I don't think it has to for you either. So that would be my advice. Just a quick recap. One, if you're dealing with it, you gotta try your best to calm yourself and stop doing so much research and stop trying to go everywhere and try a million different things, and that's what I was doing. You gotta stop doing that. Step two, if you're on some kind of medication, unless absolutely crucial that you be on it, I'd say get off the medications. They're no good. These PPI drugs, they're not treating the problem, they're treating a result of the problem. And so you need something that's actually going to treat the problem, which is the weak stomach acid or the low stomach acid. So get off the drugs, and then step three, if you're up for it, you could look into the Betaine HCL and see if that can help boost your system like it did for me, and get you producing strong, healthy stomach acid on your own naturally again. And then once that happens, you might be like me. You might just go back to normal and not have any more issues. So I'll leave links to a few of the different ones that I tried, and then you can try those yourself and see if you have any good luck with it. And feel free to leave a comment or a question. I'll try my best to answer it or get back to you. But if not, you can read some of the comments. I've left a lot on my past video, kind of explaining some of this stuff to some of the other people. So that's it. I hope that this helps. If it helps somebody, you can move on from this. This doesn't have to be forever. It wasn't for me. There's hope. All right, that's it. If you guys need anything, let me know. All right, God bless.